Nothing could have prepared me for this.
억지로 끌고 간 거 아니라고요. 내가 증명하면 되잖아.
Alright, so After My Death, this is a movie that actually came out a year ago at the Busan International Film Festival and is finally getting its sort of limited / wide release here in Korea. I am so glad that I went and checked out this movie. This movie is about a girl named Young-hee, who is played by Jeon Yeo-bin. Oh, amazing performance, but she is a high school girl who is attending an all-girls school where one girl named Young-min, this is not a spoiler, it's in the trailer, she goes missing, she's dead. Alright, so the aftermath of this girl's death has cast an incredibly dark cloud over the school, over the community. After the teachers start doing some questioning, everyone kind of knows, not exactly, but we can kind of tell who knows who's close with who's friends with who, what kind of sort of relationships are going on. There's enough reasons to ask the detectives to come in and start interviewing the girls one by one. When it gets to Young-hee's turn, clearly something's going on with this girl. She's turtling up, she's getting defensive, she's crying. She starts saying, why is you're saying that I killed her, I didn't kill her. And everyone's like, oh, no one's saying that yet, at least. Kyungmin's mother is also there in the room. This is intense. And as the detectives are working to piece together bit by bit this story that is not being told fully, and probably Young-hee and perhaps one of Young-hee's friends or another girl at school has the missing pieces. Everyone wants to know what's going on, but they also want closure to this story. Now, while this is all going on, there's these hints of there's some bullying going on at school. Possibly people had forced her, or not forced her, but pushed her into suicide. There's a lot of rumors flying around. It's not exactly clear. I really don't want to say a whole lot about this movie because I want everyone to go into this movie as pure as possible and just to experience it for yourself. So I want to spend the rest of this review and just to try and tell you why I like this movie so much and why I think it's not only one of the best Korean movies of the year, it might be one of the best Korean movies I've ever seen. After My Death is an extremely powerful movie whose performances, script, and music all sort of combine into this perfect trifecta of perfection. And those who know me, I don't use this term a lot, tour de force. This was a pure tour de force from start to finish. And this is a movie that explores really the darker sides of human behavior and psychology, and it really goes to places that most movies would not touch with a 10-foot pole. There are heightened states of emotion in this movie surrounding topics like death, grief, despair, confusion, loss, jealousy, isolation, and those are all sort of bundled up and presented along with the various difficulties of self-discovery and entering adulthood. So the performances in this movie are so good that I felt like I was watching a documentary for a lot of this movie. It is just so realistic in how it goes about not only the investigation, but just how the girls act within the school. There are a lot of different layers in this movie and a lot of different factors at play for possibly explaining these girls' behavior and maybe what got them to this point. And not everything is explained 100%, which is one thing that I love. We just get glimpses at, there's different things like bullying going on, family life, the girls' relationships among one another. There's a lot of stuff going on, And yeah, I'm really glad that I didn't go to an all-girls school. There's one scene in particular that takes place inside of a funeral home in this movie, and it's a very large sequence, and it is mind-blowing how it starts and sort of crescendos into this amazing entry into the film's third act. You're gonna see some very traditional. I don't think it happens at every funeral here in Korea, but you're gonna see some traditional funeral customs that take place inside this funeral home, and you are right there with it. It is powerful. It is powerful, to say the least. Whoa. And the music was pumped up in this theater that I went to, and so wow, that music really added a whole other element to this movie that I absolutely loved. The synths, and it just had this foreboding but also hauntingly beautiful aspect to it. It's just amazing. Now, so some of you guys are going to think that this movie is perhaps unnecessarily extreme in its portrayal of these heightened dark emotions through its story. And without giving away any of the key plot elements, I do want to say that I have heard news reports in Korea of, although quite rare, some kinds of similar things happening within schools and at this really critical age in Korea, just late high school years. If you guys know about how Koreans are really pushed to kind of focus on their future and careers and just crack down and get full study mode and prepare for these tests to enter university, there's a lot of pressure, and that stress compounded with just real life issues, hormones going crazy and just becoming who you are and what you like. That combination kind of makes some people snap here. I cannot stress enough how amazing this movie is, and I just hope that it is getting there has been a lot of really good reviews and response to this movie, and I really hope that more people do check it out and it does get sort of seen by as many people as possible. Director Kim Eui-seok, I believe this is his first film. I could only find some other short films that he had made. Whoa, where did he come from? Can't wait to see what he does next. After My Death, it's been more than 15 or so hours since I've seen the movie, and it is still haunting me. This movie is so good, but be careful. It's not for everybody. Very dark, very intense. So knowing that, if you're ready for that, give this film a go. Really want to hear some other people's response to this movie, because it really affected me in a strange way, and I love when movies can do that. They just stick with you and can't get out of your head. So I'm gonna rate this movie a near masterpiece, 9.5 out of 10. I really can't say anything negative about it, except the theater that I was in, the volume was so high that some of the dialogue sort of cracked with the speakers and everything, and I don't know if that was intended. I'm guessing it wasn't, but a true tour de force. See it, let me know, and buckle up. This is sort of in the vein of another movie that even the trailer reminded me of, called a Korean film called Bleak Night, and that film was at a boys' school, or it was primarily about a group of boys, and one boy had been killed, and the father was looking to find out sort of what happened. So it is sort of in that vein as Bleak Night, and Bleak Night is another one that I think is a real masterpiece you guys should check out. But this movie, oh my god, I think it took it up a notch. And if you've seen Bleak Night, you know what I'm saying. This movie really took it up a notch. We're entering the Korean Thanksgiving holiday week next week, so we've got a lot of big movies coming out. So I do hope you consider this film along with all those other big movies that are coming out. Check it out, let me know, keep watching movies. This is Tyler with The Movie Beat. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, you can subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with all our latest episodes. We've got English subtitled Korean movie trailers, along with other film discussion and analysis videos. So Thanks for watching. We appreciate your support. We'll see you soon.